Palia is one of those games that you really can craft a space just to watch the world go by. You can just get embraced by the serenity that is Palia. Oftentimes, I'll find myself out in Kilima or Bahari and just like sit down on the edge of a cliff and just watch people run around. One thing that really fascinates me about your ingenuity is all of the different designs that y'all come up with, including this next one that happens to have a hidden speakeasy. Sometimes y'all get very creative in how you hide these things, and I look forward to finding out. Hey, it's Finn and Commit. I'm back with another Paleo tour. I'm here with Lia Blue Boots the Third, and
Hello.
I'm loving this. Hi, Lia. How you doing?
I'm good, thank
I
you.
always I always enjoy like my favorite part of these tours is just like I've met people from all over the world. And I've met friends up in the north in Canada, I've met friends across the sea in England, the UK,
Yep.
all over the world. It's so fantastic. I'm just doing a little pan around.
Nice.
Exactly. I mean that's my first thought too. It's nice.
Thank
I'm
you.
loving the juniper trees. It's the perfect time. It's pumpkin spice season.
Yeah.
And Leah, you're my tour guide. Where are we going? I'll follow you.
Okay, so I'm gonna take you around the outside first.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
so
Always classic. Love
yeah.
it.
So this little bit right here is just to make like drag and drop sort of shipping and you
Heck yeah.
chucking stuff away in the chest.
Oh, I see that nice and hidden there.
Yeah.
That's very convenient.
Yes.
Also, just I loved how you framed in the house with the juniper trees.
Yeah.
It's such a there's so many different ways that you can do entrances to your house, like, the whole curb appeal thing. And
Definitely.
using trees is a really great thing. I've seen people do pavilions. I've seen people do the Maji Market, like during the first Maji Market. That was all the rage. You could not see a house without the Maji Market arch.
I only just got that just recently with the last Magic Market that just finished. But
It's a
I,
good feeling though.
yeah, I really love the juniper trees. And um, originally when we could put trees on our plot anyway, um,
Hmm.
I planted these here, and then when we could
Oh,
grow
that's a
them
nice look.
to like full maturity, I then just tweaked them so that they really framed the house really nicely.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I like how they can just once you get them established too, you can easily move them. You don't have to chop them down and replant them because
yeah,
oh, how
yeah.
many of y'all remember tree grets, you know?
Yes. Yeah, and I originally did try fencing around the whole plot, but then because well, pretty much all of this build was done on Switch. It's
No way.
only sort of like really tiny like tweaks that I've done in the last couple months since I've got a PC. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, so having a lot of fencing was causing issues. And
Yeah, I imagine so.
yeah, and I really love the flowers, and I love the open feel that the flowers gave.
I
And
agree
so
with that.
they're
That's one of the
they're my
first
favorite.
things that I noticed too about your plot was that you have these really nice paths.
Oh, thank you.
Ooh, a tea party. But
Yeah.
like yeah, it's another point is like you can do fencing or rather like borders in different ways. And I
Mhm.
love it when people do flowers because typically with flowers you have a pattern and I love whether I talk about it or not.
Mm.
I love showcasing flower patterns
Oh,
because those are just they're such a very intricate thing and I hope people feel very comfortable copying that too,
yeah, yeah,
especially around the gazebo.
yeah.
It's kind of like staring into a color QR code. Ooh, alliteration. You're just like trying to decipher it. Like what message or what subtle message are you trying to send us, Leah? You're like,
Yeah, it's again just sort of like color and just sort of placing. Just really, I just like placing and flower arranging. Really, I like tailoring like so that the
yeah,
front is lower and then the back is like has height to it. But this little
yeah.
gazebo and this front section
Oh,
is like a little bakery.
I love
And
it.
I'll open these for you. So we've got
Oh,
like extra backstock here, and then also in the pantries on your side of the bench bar. Um,
yes.
uh, there's also more like cakes and stuff, and then this furnace thing is like a mini sort of like stove kind of thing.
Oh,
Um,
I love it. I
yeah,
love it. And I love like so I wanted to kind of pan around over here and also the little table over there because like the way that you have the chairs, there's some people that they do the chairs like directly to the table, but these are optimized for conversation. Yes,
yeah,
I know that they're plushies, but like plushies to me, they're the only thing that we have right now that can give character to a plot.
yeah,
And you
definitely.
got the tea party down perfectly. Like they're having a conversation. Or, these two plushies could be on a date, first date. They're just talking about their life and what hobbies they're into.
Yes, definitely. And that's what I was aiming for with this section. I didn't want it to be like completely plushies, but
Right.
I wanted there to be a bit more life to it than just like empty sort of seats. Um,
Yeah, yeah, totally. I mean, I totally get that.
yeah.
These plushies over here are day drinking. I mean,
Well, I mean, time zones. It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
exactly. Yeah, right. Yeah, that's totally right. That's totally
um,
right.
Yeah, and so so there's like opportunity for Palians and plushies to sit together and or like a group of friends to a group of Palians to just sit down and enjoy some tea or some
Yeah, I
cocktails.
love that. I love
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Following you, Leah.
Okay, and then if we come out this way and follow the path down here, we have the garden and the specifically the veg garden. Um,
Ooh, I took a
yeah,
little look over here. This is clean. I'm a huge fan of like paths in between the plots and not just one big old square.
yeah,
This is really tidy. I love
yeah,
it.
yeah. This I originally had all the plots together, and I was growing sort of the apple trees and a couple of the fruit bushes and spicy pepper bushes on this section, and
Yeah,
then just had potatoes. But then, like, I was finding it like I was having to log in sort of like either every day or multiple times a day just to water. And so I
right,
wanted to sort of find a balance where I could find something that would self water each other, um, so that I, I could harvest the potatoes quicker. So
right.
that's the method behind the Napa cabbage and the potatoes. And so I pickle the potatoes and the Napa cabbage and the tomatoes go into my worm farms, which are on a different plot.
Ah, yes,
Mm,
yes. You ship them out.
yes. Yeah. Well,
Ship them out.
I travel up to the mountains to my ranch plot, but that is another
Ah,
story for another day. But
indeed. Yeah.
but this little outdoor pantry is a sort of like direct inspo copy of, I think it's Denebulus. Um,
Denebula. Yeah.
yeah, when I saw her outdoor pantry, I was like, "Oh my days, this is amazing! I need one." Because I had a few tents lying around and I didn't know what to do with them, and I wanted a
Yeah.
space also for my preserve crafters and seed makers, and so yeah, this was the result of that.
Denebula is probably one person that I have toured the most. I've toured her various plots, and she is one of the best clean core designers out there. So shout out
Mhm.
to Denebula White Star, aka I call her Debbie Supernova if I'm feeling fancy.
Yeah,
But you know, I love that. Nothing makes me smile more than people that take inspiration from other people. Because
yeah,
as of this video, you will be a Palian tour guide, and I just I kind of feel like it's like uh we all just like fan out over each other, and it's so
yeah,
fun. It's
yeah,
so absolutely fun.
yeah, definitely. And so this
People are going to
little,
fan out over you too. I'm just going to say
yeah,
this right now. They're going to be like, "Oh my god, I saw Lia's everything, and I just had to take inspiration from it."
oh, thank you. Um, yeah, so this little flower bed
Hmm.
is a nod to my original idea when the flowers came out, which was I had multiple flower beds for each different like flower type,
Oh,
all in this area in front of this pantry.
oh,
But then
nice.
I very quickly reached the flower limit. So
Oh yeah.
I moved them all to a different plot, and I just kept these colourful, multicolored hydrangeas here, just as
Oh
sort of
yeah.
like a little
I
nod, and
like
I
the
wanted to add a little bit of interest to this space. And
yeah.
the same with the growable furniture. I wanted to keep one set on this plot because it's just so beautiful.
I
And I
love the
thought,
growable furniture too.
yeah, and it's so fitting in the
Wish we could
space as
color it.
well.
It is. It is really. It is really fitting. I've seen some people. You know, one of our mods that experimented with the chair having one version that's not fully grown and one that is, because then you get
Oh,
two different heights.
wow.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. That's really cool.
Ooh.
Yeah,
And then
and
also
then
with the bench too, if you have like a part of it where it's not fully grown, it creates that curly, like
yeah,
really gnarly vine.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So this is like a picnic cookout sort
Oh
of
yes.
area. This is where like the whole family comes together, and it's
Is
just
this like
yeah.
I kind of get a feeling I've only done this once in my life, but is this like Korean barbecue? Like you have like a little fire pit in the middle and you can just kind of cook your own food.
Kind of, but it's
Okay, I was way off then.
only because like that's the Korean sort of vibe is in another section, which will make a lot more
Ah,
sense.
yeah,
But
gotcha.
yeah,
Gotcha.
but this is definitely like you know throw stuff on the grill and have a outdoor party, and
Heck yeah.
yeah.
Heck yeah. Whoa. Okay, I see stuff over there. Stay on focus. Stay on focus, commit.
Yeah, and also this little delivery cart was definitely
Yay.
inspired by I think Cruja. Is that the right
Uh-huh.
person?
Kruja. Yeah,
Yeah.
Kruja. Yeah.
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 So I absolutely love that idea and wanted to do my own little twist with it. So yeah, these little bug carts are
I I unofficially refer to him as Plush Poppy.
yeah. Yes, definitely. And oh, there's one little thing that I wanted to
Okay.
show you behind here. So yeah, here's another little bug cart. But then we have some secret steps up here. So
Oh yes. I like the secret. Ooh, ooh. Oh man, I was so close. I almost just like ran right up there. Let's see if I can do it.
yeah,
I really like almost there it goes.
yeah,
Ooh, hey.
it can be a bit tricky this one.
Nice. So
Yeah,
tell me about this upper area. I've seen people that decorate this, but everybody has like a different reason for it. Sometimes it's a lookout post just to watch people come to their
yeah,
plot and
yeah.
hide.
So for me, I just didn't want to leave it empty, and
Mhm.
so I just started with a couple of things, um, and then I placed a few bugs up here and this
That's
Market chest,
awesome.
and I was like, maybe it's just a little secret bug meeting that you know
A secret
I
bug meeting. Yes.
I
That's
just,
awesome.
and maybe that's where the transports are going. Maybe they're just arriving to the secret bug meeting, and I have no idea what they
Ah.
do, or and there's even a fish there. So who knows what it's
Hmm.
about?
The alliances are still are still in play here. And
Yeah.
also it's like we all know who Esh actually answers to. They're like a secret society of scintillating centipedes. Ooh, more alliteration. My brain's
maybe,
on fire today.
maybe. Who knows? Who knows? So I feel like this
Oh,
one
this
I
is
love to save for last. So we'll go down that path.
this little flower thing is really cute.
Oh,
Just
thank
wanted to
you.
say, hey, that I love it. Little
Thank
things
you.
like that, y'all. Little things like that. Totally, totally take it. Because
Yeah.
sometimes you're just like, what the hell do I do with this space? Well, that's something.
Yeah. But this one is a great one for last.
Okay. All
Um,
right.
so we'll come back
Got to
to
go
this
in
one.
order.
No, that's
Respect
okay.
the tour.
That's okay. That's okay. But yeah,
This
these.
is why I follow people around because, like, you know your plot better than I do, and there's certain things that you want to showcase in a certain order. So
Mhm,
that's why I do it the way that I do it.
yeah. But yeah, so these little centerpieces were kind of just when I put the pathing down, these little stepping
Yeah.
stones. It felt like there was a bit of dead space sort of across the plot in these little areas. And so this was just a
Hmm.
way to add a little bit of colour and interest, but without it feeling like really cluttered.
That's
And
a good point. Yeah. That's a really good point because sometimes that's just what you need. You're just like, ah, man, something's missing, but
mm,
I don't want to, I don't need this giant thing, this giant, like, huge thing. Be like, okay, well,
yeah,
that's it. But
yeah.
like, I love it. I love it. It's like sometimes less is more.
Yeah, and also I just really love those bellflower planters. Like that's just so cute.
They are. They really
Mhm.
are.
Yeah. And then
Ooh.
in here is like a little peace garden. When
Oh,
I was in like high school slash secondary school, um, there was a little area at the back of the school building where they made it into a little peace garden where there was like benches and flowers and stuff, and it was a great place that me and my friends used to always hang out in. And um, this was just a little nod to that, really.
I love that. I love that. I bet a lot of people are going to create a peace garden now. I just want to get a
And
little pan around of this. But
thank
that's cool
you.
though. Like I love how people borrow from their lives to, design in Palia.
Yeah,
Oh, no way.
yeah.
That's cool. I've never seen anybody use fish as a porch before.
What? So, yeah, I used to have the fencing around it, and then it kind of felt like a little bit too closed in when I had the courtyard there.
Yeah.
And the fish, I also didn't know what to do with them, and I kept catching a lot of the tuna fish when I was trying to fish for the unicorn fish, which I'm still aiming for. Um,
Hey,
but
fingers crossed.
yeah. So this was a way of like utilizing the fish, but also having a border that didn't feel like it was sort of too high.
Right.
Um, yeah,
Yeah. It's
yeah.
nice. It's different, you know?
Thank you.
It's different.
And
Oh, I see more of those little centerpieces. But what do we got over? Yeah, we got
so
this.
this little tunnel is my exit to Bahari. And again, there's like a couple of chests here, so I can put
And you got
lock
like a
any lock away items in this side, and then normal chests in this side, normal stuff in this side.
sweet.
Hmm.
So you got like a whole bunch of rugs over here.
Yes. So I joined Palia during the Winter Lights
Oh yeah.
event festival, and I used these rugs initially as tapping around my plot.
Oh,
Then
nice. So it's
with
like,
the
what do I do with these now?
yes, and that I can't sell them, and they were just in my storage, and so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna create this little Christmas section, and
Yes.
this was
Merry
the
Choppa and a happy New Year.
yes, and this was the original dining table. Like this was the exact setup and placement that I had in my original first house. Um,
Awesome.
and so when Winter Lights ended, I was like, and I had like like I'd unlocked different dining tables and stuff. Um, I wanted to keep this set as a nod
Mhm.
to as like where I started out, but I didn't want it in the main house, so this is
Yeah.
where it ended up.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
awesome. So
yeah,
I caught wind of a couple more of your adorable centerpieces here.
thank
Again,
you.
I absolutely love them. They're so neat and tidy. Like you can put them anywhere. It'd be like, boop, here you go.
Yeah, and so this is the outdoor slash community slash um party kitchen, I guess. And I thought it would be cute to put the little hot pot thing there. So
Yes.
kind of like
Yes.
cook and
The
then
portable hot
hot
pot
pot.
game that we haven't gotten yet.
Yes, exactly.
Come on now,
Um,
Singularity 6. We'll cough up for it.
definitely. Yeah, so this is my little this is where I to be honest, this is the kitchen I use the most because it's just
It's
there's
got
more
everything you need.
space. Yeah, it's got everything it needs
Yeah.
and there's more space. Um so yeah, this is my favorite kitchen setup.
I
Um
wish in the future that we could we need to clean the stove. We need to reseason it. We
yes,
need to be able to color it.
yes.
We also need like different styles, I think. I
Yeah,
would love to see
that would
different
be really
styles.
yeah,
Like
that would be
give me a Ravenwood oven, right? That would be so badass.
yes. Yeah. And so this is another, you will see a lot of pies and sweet things around my plot because those I found are the easiest and quickest things to make, but also I just love apple pie and pies in general. So um
Who doesn't?
I
Who
had
doesn't? Hey, that's our discussion topic for the comments. Tell me what your favorite kind of pie is.
yeah, and so I think one of the quests might have been that you had to like make the industrial set and then I didn't
Yeah.
know where to put it because it doesn't really fit in this particular build. And so it just ended up
You
out here, and then I decorated it with pies.
I love the industrial set. It totally reminds me of something you would get from a hardware store.
Yes.
And like, it's like it's put together with like a hex wrench.
Yes, definitely. Definitely. And so
Oh,
again, this was a once I unlocked the babies, I wanted a little spot where one could sit and just look at them from afar without disturbing them. Um,
oh,
and
I
so
love
this
the
is sort of
babies.
the perfect space for it. Yeah. Um,
I would absolutely love, like, shut up and take my money if I could have a little Kitsu
yes.
that looks like Kitsu over there
Yes.
follow me around everywhere I go.
Yeah, definitely.
Shut up and take my money.
Yes. And
Ah,
so if you notice inside the windmill, there
oop,
is a little
let me
trap.
go. Ooh,
And one of the things I really loved when I first started out in the game was finding all these random chests in these funny little areas. And
yeah.
so I wanted to look like nod to that in the plot, and so there are a couple scattered about in random places.
I know, like when you first join Palia and you see these chests like lying around,
Yeah,
every other MMO that or game that you play, the moment that you open the chest, like it's
yeah,
gone forever. But
yeah,
then you're just like, no, you're actually taking it with you. And then you realize you got 30 chests, all different
yeah,
flavors and varieties. What the hell
yeah,
am I going to do with these?
exactly.
So I've seen people do some super creative things with them.
But if you so this path that goes past the windmill and out this way, um, if you come back this way,
Oh yeah, sorry.
no, that's okay. Um, so this path is sort of a hopeful path. It's a path that leads to this crack in the wall that
Oh
I
yes,
can,
the
I
ever
can,
mysterious crack in the wall.
that I continuously hope that they will break open. we I
You
was so
know,
I was
it
so excited a couple updates ago when it was actually the landscape, one of the new landscape skins being teased, but it looked so much like it was this possible area being opened up.
it
And I
did.
was so excited, but
Yeah.
I continue to hope.
We
Um,
all do. We all do.
yeah. So it was. I just thought this was a nice little area to do that.
Look, Singularity 6, if you want to make a quick buck, okay, or a quick pound, as it were, just talk
yeah,
about other currencies here, all you got to do is just make like a really cheap, like just a couple dollars, just tear down that wall. Like it's the default plot, but just tear down that wall.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And so this area is my the area for the babies. Um,
And you have the flames to kind of mark like as close as you can get,
yeah.
like
So
that kind of
the
border. That
the
is
path,
cool.
the pathing and the flame sort of mark where the limit is. Um,
Yeah,
yeah, and then
that's
I
awesome.
wanted to make the areas like special and so
I
so
love this though.
um yeah and yeah, I just wanted to make them a feature because I've worked hard and grinded
Oh
for
my
them
gosh.
bundles.
Yeah. I just oh my gosh. I still have not gotten personally, I've not gotten any of the bundles. Like
Wow.
it's hard.
Yes, it
I
is.
haven't just because like that's like one thing. I'll digress here for a second. Like that's the one thing that I think kind of makes my eye twitch about Palia is that it's always like luck. I can't go to a specific place per se and do certain things. Like it just I got to be at the right place in the right time. And
Yeah, yeah.
unfortunately I'm neither.
I really
But
struggled.
I
I
look
really struggled, but and in the end, it was sort of just I had to just YouTube how best to catch them all and do it.
yeah.
Um, and
I
so
love this fountain, how you have the little the curve around it.
thank you. Yeah, I saw some different sort of fountains that people were doing and sort of multi-layered them and they I this was my sort of version of it. Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, and this
It is really
wall
cool.
wall of fish and bugs is just sort of the my nod to all the different fish in Palia.
That you had to work towards.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Um,
every time we get new items and buildings in the game, I think about them a little differently than most because I'm always thinking about them in the perspective of how they're going to change the dynamic of the houses.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
it always fascinates me how people make use of them. I love how
yeah,
you have this set up. You have
yeah.
like these little bathhouses. I mean, this is
Yeah, so this is like
lush.
a mini spa, definitely. And so we've got the jacuzzi tub here and this little deck out this way, which
Nice.
people can then like wash their feet in here and then, get into the hot tub if they wanted to go for a swim in the lake or the pond. Um,
Oh,
yeah, and then
perfect.
but then there's
You passed the
also
telescope test.
yes, I knew that was going to be a thing, and so I made sure to line it up properly. um,
Yes.
but also that's
It's so funny too because like people are like, I have a telescope, and I'm like, oh yeah, is it pointing at the sky? And I look, and they're just like, it's not pointing at the sky. Well, if it's not pointing at the sky, it's pointing at your neighbors.
yeah, um, yeah, and so this is I've done a couple of like more elaborate decks on other plots, but this one I wanted to add a deck, but I wanted sort of like the main focus just to be sort of somewhere to that a lot of people could fish if they wanted to. Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
and
It's one of the coolest
yeah,
things that we have been able to do with the building blocks is
yeah,
to break out of the boundaries, so to speak, you know?
yeah, yeah, definitely. And also
I
this
like the
is
lighted path too.
yeah, and
Yeah, absolutely.
one of my favorite things to do is run and jump into the into the lake.
I've seen
Um,
people do some zany things like water slides and everything. It's a lot of fun.
yeah. Yeah, and so the
So,
when I created the spa, the wall of fish was sort of a way to again like give it that like spa feeling and that water sort of vibe,
yeah.
but not like have it like completely walled off. So it was still open, but also like closed in at the same time. So yeah,
Sweet.
so yeah, I think you might have seen over this side this little corner here. Um,
I did. I
yeah,
really I didn't get a good look at it, but I just kind of glanced at it.
yeah.
Ooh, you have more hidden chests. That's cool.
Yes, yeah. So again, this log cabin furniture, this was something that I started out with as well. In this sort of formation, it originally was at the front of my plot. But then I thought that this would be a really cute space for it. As I'd built out and added more rooms to the house.
Isn't
Um,
it fun? Like, so as you build out the structure of your house, you have these little nooks that get created. And to me, what has been fascinating in the tours is to see how people decorate those. I mean, it's like you know, sometimes you could just leave them alone, but others like yourself,
yeah,
you have like these little secret walkways and lots of fun stuff.
yeah,
So
yeah.
now, yeah,
Now for the inside.
now for the inside. Let's go.
Yep. Yeah, so this originally I had like more butcher blocks here, but once I'd unlocked and gotten this Ravenwood tile, a floor tile down, I
It's a
actually
mood.
just
It
yeah,
is a mood.
I liked it. I liked it. Um, but yeah,
Ooh, here we go.
yeah. So
One
I
of the
guess
simplest things you can do is just like put something right in the center of the entrance. It
yeah,
forces you to stop and look
yeah,
around.
yes. And again, I didn't want anything sort of too high up or too sort of elaborate, and so this was just a really nice sort of simple way. And also, I really love
Ooh,
the fish tanks. Actually, like they're really cute.
they
Yeah,
are.
this was a really nice way to add something simple to the
Yeah. Yeah,
space.
absolutely. Absolutely. I took a nice look at the cozy seating area, and we timed that just perfectly, didn't we? To where we got inside right as the sun was setting, so all the
Yeah,
glows are different. I
yes,
like how you use this triangular rug and
yeah,
angled the chairs. It's a
yeah,
nice touch.
yeah. So it's open but cozy, and it's a great space for like if it's someone's just coming for a quick visit, or if you know they're not exactly, you're not ready or prepared for them to come all the way in, then this is just like a great spot for that.
Totally.
Yeah.
I'm following you. Where should we
Yeah.
head?
And then in this corner is just like, take off your shoes, hang your coat up, that kind of thing. Um,
I love it.
yeah. And then back here is sort of my nod to the Magic Market, because the Lunar New Year was the first Magic Market I went to. Um, and so I wanted to display some of these items and some of the food items here, as well as just fluffing it out a bit with other stuff.
Hmm.
Um, I think I'll take you this way first.
Okay, that sounds good.
So this is the like formal dining room. Um, it's set for a dinner party. Um, and we have
Oh,
the design.
wait a minute. That is one hell of a trophy that you created. You created your
Yeah,
own custom trophy.
I didn't even realize that actually, but yeah.
Are you serious?
So
That's a
when
trophy right
yeah,
there.
no,
That's awesome.
yeah, so I didn't. What used to be there were three tiers of the different sized fish tanks.
Uh-huh.
Um, but then when the fish were bugged and were sleeping under grey blankets, um, uh, I really wanted to put this plot on the tour board, but I wanted the fish to be visible. Um, so that's what I changed it to, what it is now. Um,
That's awesome.
yeah, yeah,
That is
and so
awesome.
yeah.
It's always fascinating for me too to see how people decorate their tables like super proper.
Mm,
Ooh, that's a nice
yeah,
office.
yeah, thank you. But yeah, in the dining room, I also added like a little sink, just in case anyone needs to wash their hands after they've eaten, and then like a soup table, um, and also a wardrobe, just in case anybody needs to grab a coat or
Yeah.
anything like that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Just in case you need to change up for dinner.
Yes. Yeah, definitely. But yeah,
Excellent.
this is my office. Um, yeah, I've got some of my trophies here. Some of them are on other plots as well. Um,
I love that. I love also just like you have tea like everywhere.
yeah,
Everywhere there's tea.
yeah, it's not something I drink in real life, like warm tea. I love iced tea. Um,
Oh, nice.
but it's such a cute and perfect sort of display piece, because it just fills up a space enough that it doesn't look
Yeah.
bare, but not too much that
Yeah.
it's like too cluttered. Yeah.
Totally. Totally.
So this is my indoor kitchen. Um,
This is a nice kitchen.
yeah, this is pretty much the same as when I first built this kitchen. And other than the wallpapers, which I've sort of changed over time as they came in. Um, but yeah, this is pretty much as it was, and we've got, yeah,
Super
a
cute
little bit of,
spaces too.
yeah.
I love paying attention to all different things like the fireplace, the wallpaper choices, how is there like how everything is aligned. And as I was peeking down this hallway,
Yeah.
you have this really cool sight
But,
line all the way
yeah.
to these glowy things.
Yeah. This is my little mud room. Originally
Yes.
when I built this, um, the before the courtyard came in,
Uh-huh.
my garden was out this way. All my garden plots
Yeah.
were out this side. Um, and so it made sense for the mudroom to be here. And when I introduced the courtyard to my plot design, it was too. It would have been too much, sort of a lot of work to completely like tear this down and rebuild it on the other side. So I kept it
Right.
as it was.
Yeah. No, it makes perfect sense. It makes
Mm.
perfect sense. Still,
Mhm.
it's you know, it is a thing. It's a mudroom.
Yes. Yeah.
And the courtyards are just so they're so fun because they can be like extensions, but they can also be
Yeah.
little um I guess foyers
Yes.
or like branching points.
Yes. Yeah. Definitely. Um. Yeah.
Oh,
So Yeah. That's
sorry.
that's exactly space. Originally, this was where my living room was, but then I wanted to add the courtyard here instead. And so some of this furniture is from my original living room that was here, but then I've added like bits and
Wonderful.
pieces to make it sort of like an indoor outdoor space.
Yeah. Where
Mm.
to next? Left or right?
Let's go this way. We'll go.
Okay.
So I'll let
Yeah,
you look
this
in first.
this was awesome. This is your little speakeasy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I love this.
yeah,
Oh, I love how you kind of have all yeah, this is properly done.
yes.
Not that there's like a improper way, but I mean, I love the benches, you got the games, you got everything here.
Thank you.
Nice and like these chappas, they don't come here for a drink, they come here for business, let's be honest. This is where all the
Well,
business happens.
yeah, definitely. Um,
Feel like there's some under the table gambling going on, you know?
I can't say, but let's just say that
Yeah. Can't
Eshi's
confirm
era
nor
tells you
deny.
to know that this is here.
Yeah, exactly. The the speakeasy's name is if you know, you know.
Yes.
Oh, this is super cozy.
Yeah,
Again, just gotta have like a little pastry, got the little tea set, and then the bay
definitely.
windows are just like a whole
I
they're
love
a
them.
whole mood.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
them. It is my dream in real life to have a library room one day.
Oh,
My book collection is probably over 500 by now.
ooh.
Counted, it was like mid 400, so this was a nod to that. Yeah, and I
That's
want.
awesome though. I mean, life goals though. The beauty about Paley is that like you can totally craft the kind of house and life that you want. And
Yeah,
sometimes, you know, you can kind of as you have done already give nods to and like mm,
yeah, yeah,
yeah, give nods to different elements.
definitely. So this is the only bedroom in this plot in this house.
Guess this would be yours.
Yes. Um,
Yes.
and yeah, I think this house is a mix
Ooh.
of like my Palian character, as she's, you know, found this new life in Palia out of the void and just sort of built her way up and added things as and when, like, you know, she's learnt new recipes for furniture and slowly like replacing the older furniture with the more fancier stuff. Um, but and yeah, so this whole plot is sort of a nod to that sort of lore that I have for her in my head.
Awesome.
But also I wanted to create sort of my dream sort of joke bathroom um for me and my husband. So it's a hidden house bathroom.
Oh, that's so fun.
Yeah. I'm
I guess you get the bigger bathtub, right?
yes,
The
yeah.
cozier one.
This
Yeah,
is
he gets the
my
rusty one.
style. This is my style, and
This one you
yeah.
literally have to like hand cranks to get the water out, and good luck getting any warm water at all.
Yeah. And so I added this little hallway because obviously it's the only sort of bathroom on the plot as well. Um,
Right.
other than
Ooh.
the dunny on by the outdoor pantry. Um,
But you got
so
you got a nice little nook here decorated too.
yeah, this is my like
Just
lawn.
making use of like the structure.
Mm,
Ah, and little crafting area.
yeah. So I again once I was sort of getting there with like plot limits and stuff. Um, and as I started building out other plots, I wanted to move my workshop to a different plot, and but I wanted to still have like a crafting bench and a modification bench here, just in case
Hmm.
for when I need to like tweak things and what have you. So I created this little space and then added the laundry area here, um,
Excellent.
and then this little book slash pie nook. It's just a little cozy space for conversation and pie.
Excellent.
Yeah. Um, so I think we've covered everything. I'll just quickly double check.
Sweet.
Yeah, yeah, we've covered.
Yeah,
Yeah,
perfect.
we've covered
All
everything.
right.
Oh no,
Well,
no, no! There's one. The last thing, the secret final thing. The
meet me
one
in
of
the
my
courtyard and then let's go there.
almost forgot about that.
There you are.
Yeah.
Following you. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, we almost missed something super important.
Yes. So I created this treehouse slash sort of. So this level is a hot tub slash sunbathing area. The sun sort of shone
Nice.
like really nicely in this spot during the daytime.
Oh, oh yeah.
Um, and so that was a really nice sort of area for that. And then up on the second level, we have a conversation sort of nook um, level here,
That is awesome.
which overlooks the little bit of water there, but also is just a really cozy spot. Um, yeah, I really
I
enjoyed
feel like this
building.
area kind of a little drought, you know. It used to be a lot fuller, but not as much anymore.
Yeah, and then you have to hop your way up
Nothing wrong with hopping.
to the top deck, and this
Ooh,
is my favorite space on the plot. I love just to sit here and just listen to the jukebox, and it's just a really
that
nice
is
way to pass the
awesome.
time. I'll let you
It is.
so you can
It really is.
enjoy the view. Yeah. And whenever I need to like lurk or be away from keyboard but still online, this is where I place her so she can just have a rest and